fuck is going on?
Whoa, TJ.
What's going down in Chinatown?
That's really racist, man.
Dude,
offensive.
what? Yeah, why is something got to be going
Chinese
down in China?
Ching, chang, chong, ping, pang, pong.
Oh, we're banned. We're banned. Thanks, TJ.
You want shrimp fried rice?
You're
Oh, you want shrimp fried rice?
Your casual racism.
You want all that shrimp fried rice with that?
TJ, why do you think racism is funny, dude? Racism doesn't pay.
I don't think racism is funny.
TJ's constant casual racism.
I am trying to draw attention to the issue of racism in America.
TJ, you're not being a good
okay.
ally, dude.
Got it.
The Chinese have been discriminated against for too long, dude.
And so what did you doing that racist impersonation of a Chinese man do to further the cause?
It gave both of you the opportunity to stand up to me and show people
that
kind of courage.
I see. That's a smart angle. So
Wow,
you're only racist to give people something to argue against.
If you had failed to admonish me, then I'd have flipped the script on you. Like, wow, I can't believe you guys are just going to sit there and let me insult
Oh shit, dude.
the heritage of the great Chink people.
Whoa. I mean,
And they say nothing's proving,
fuck is wrong with you?
that they're racist.
we're in shock, TJ.
Shocked
I feel pretty shocked right now.
You know why I don't feel? I don't feel the least bit weird making fun of Asian people because they don't fucking give a shit.
They don't.
Not like some races.
I mean,
we
I'm
won't
sure they
mention
give a
any
shit
names.
on some level. Like, I'm sure if they walked in to, like, get some groceries and somebody was like, ching chong ping pong.
Oh!
If they were doing that shit.
But
they'd
for the
probably
most
care.
part, they
but
don't
just
give a
like
shit.
offhanded comments
There's
and
certain
shit.
people that just don't give a shit if you make fun of them. Amish people, because they never see it.
Yeah, they don't give. And even if they did,
Dude, I've literally
care,
just
man.
been on here and called for like the death of Eskimos, and no one gives a shit because there's only like 12 Eskimos. So
yeah, none of them are outraged by anything.
and they're just happy to be mentioned.
They're
Yeah,
like,
they're just like,
the white
cool.
man mentioned us again.
Yeah, so whatever. But today's episode is not about Asian people, is it? It's actually about.
In a way, it is.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, Dr. Mehmet Oz, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Is broadly Asian.
Right, because India is
Yeah.
part of Asia.
Well, part of the show we're going to talk about snake oil, and that
and is
actually
that also Asian?
it came from China originally.
Oh.
Oh, TJ. Oh, TJ, you racist.
Oh, you buy snake oil, cure all ails you, yeah.
Ancient Chinese herbal medicine, TJ.
TJ is the least racist person after Trump. See?
After
That's
Trump.
impressive,
Yeah,
dude.
Trump, number one, not racist. Me, number two, not racist. I'm willing to take a number two slot to our great president.
Okay. Fair enough. Whatever you say, TJ.
Whatever I say, I agree. Whatever I say, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fair,
That's
fair
an easy
enough.
way to get TJ to agree with you. Whatever you say, TJ. Yeah, I mean, you make a valid point.
That's a good point there, guys.
We're talking about snake oil, TJ. Do you know what snake oil is?
I don't, but you're going to educate me, right?
No, actually, I thought you knew.
Oh, I don't.
Oh. Well,
It's going to be a strange
yeah,
show.
it's going to be a strange fucking show.
I don't know what snake oil is. I assume it's oil from a snake.
It's oil from the fucking snake.
Yeah.
So, why don't you bring up a picture of a snake oil salesman?
All right, I will.
Take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look at what one of these hucksters looks
Here we
like.
go. I love this guy here because he looks so fucking gosh darn trustworthy. Even I want to buy that
Dude, you
fucking
wanna
snake
buy that.
oil. Dude.
That's how he sells it to you.
I know. He's just got that soft, trustable face. He looks like he knows what he's talking about, and he's pointing to the bottle of snake oil like, yep, this is
But
the
you know what?
shit,
You know what
dude.
it
I'm
is?
telling you.
He's so confident. He's not even looking at the bottle. It's like, look, the bottle sells itself. I'm looking at you. You want to fucking fix that toothache?
I love it, dude.
Yep.
Dude,
So-
when I was looking for pictures of snake oil salesmen, by the way, not to bring Trump back into it, but there's got to be like 1,000
a ton.
pictures that people have like photoshopped Trump into this picture and other pictures. Bunch of pictures of Trump holding the snake oil, pointing to the snake oil, smiling.
This is the best snake
I'll
oil.
try to pull
believe
one
me.
up.
Everybody
actually.
hates a snake oil salesman, But they serve a vital function. They teach stupid people to hold on to their money. So they don't get duped for all their money down the road.
Here's the definition. Snake oil is an expression that originally referred to fraudulent health products or unproven medicine, but has come to refer to any product with questionable or unverifiable quality or benefit. By extension, a snake oil salesman is someone who knowingly sells fraudulent goods or who himself or herself a fraud, quack, charlatan, and the like.
So Trump, yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Wow.
But no, I mean, like, I saw this thing on. It was a comment on our live show. People were like, "Great live show, but them Trump jokes are lazy writing."
Lazy writing?
Yeah. First of all, we didn't write shit.
We're too lazy to even write it down.
we didn't, we tried to prepare, but we didn't go to the level of like, let's write.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I mean, like, Trump deserves to be made fun of. There's a reason why there's
Constantly.
50 pictures of him as a snake oil
Any
salesman.
powerful public figure deserves to be made
That's
fun
true.
of constantly.
Constantly.
But Trump especially so, because just look at him.
Yeah, I mean,
So
what the fuck
TJ,
are you gonna
probably
do?
this is probably unbeknownst to you. During the mid to late 1800s, there was a sudden influx of Chinese workers, and they estimate about 180,000 Chinese people moved to work on the railroads.
I've been working on railroad
They're basically-
all live long day.
Basically, they were building the Transcontinental Railroad. They're basically indentured servants. They got paid they made more than they would have made in China, so it was a benefit to them. But they were basically just like modern day slaves.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like anyone today would consider if you brought people over like that, it would be considered slavery.
Yeah.
You live in a camp and you fucking have to do hard labor for like 5 years.
Human trafficking.
Look, there was people think of the old world and slavery, they always think it's all about just the black slaves who were outright slaves. But really, like, there was several ways that you could have soft slavery too, like indentured servitude, like, hey, come work for me for 7 years and then you're free.
Yeah.
But usually they would just work those motherfuckers to death because they're like, I don't want them to be free, because after they were free, you had to give them like land and shit, and no one wanted to do that.
Well, I mean, obviously, once you get over there,
A slave is a long-term investment. An indentured servant, that's like, use them motherfuckers up.
Yep.
The more of them you use up.
slave, it's like, keep that boy strong. His back needs to be strong to pick them fields. And it's like, the
If you're an
indentured
indentured servant, they're like, just break him, because at the end of it, I got to pay him money, so let's just try to make it so he doesn't make it. And then, of course, the Chinese you were just talking about.
same deal, basically.
Oh, yeah, we're paying you, so it's a job. Well, here's your fucking half a shilling a month,
Yeah.
Damn. I don't think Americans use shillings. TJ.
Whatever. I'm just saying, it's a pittance.
Here's your half a shilling.
Well, a lot of them were paid in something even worse, more worthless than a shilling. They were paid in company scrip.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah,
which,
that's true.
Which was used to buy things at company stores.
Yeah, so that way, you everything was just provided for you.
Didn't
by the
Walmart
company,
actually do that in Mexico?
Yeah, they practically do it here. I mean, a lot of the employees of Walmart stores end up spending all their money back at Walmart
Because they get a reasonable discount on all goods.
So it's basically like Walmart just gives them money, and then they're like, "Okay, you gave me money. Now here's the money back to you, Walmart."
I mean, in Walmart's defense, pretty much all retail outlets do similar things.
Sure.
They want their employees to put as much money right back into the fucking company as possible.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean there's not a weird little parallel to the company store there.
Sure, of course.
I mean, obviously. So, what do you think happened when those people came over, TJ? So they brought things with them, dude.
So obviously some of them brought their Chinese medicine.
Yeah, but including snake oil.
Right.
Made from the oil of the Chinese water snake, which is rich in omega-3 acids to help reduce inflammation. Snake oil in its original form really was somewhat effective, especially
To treat what?
arthritis and I think it's bursitis.
Okay.
So this is what they would actually do. They would rub the oil used for centuries in China on their joints after a long, hard day at work. The story goes that Chinese workers began sharing oil with some of the American counterparts who marvel at the effects.
So it was just like 19th century Ben Gay or something.
Yeah, just like, hey, rub this on your back hurts, your fucking shoulder hurts.
Icy hot.
Yeah. Okay.
So people are like, yeah,
But it had some efficacy.
I mean, ostensibly, yeah, it had some efficacy.
And it's got omega-3s in it.
So the question is, how did something that was seemingly kind of legitimate, there's some legitimate source, like people are using it even if there's actually not any proven effect, a placebo effect at least. So how did this become a symbol of fraud? The origins of snake oil as a derogatory phrase traced back to the latter half of the 19th century, which saw a dramatic rise in the popularity of patent medicines. Often sold in the back pages of newspapers, these tonics promise to cure a wide variety of ailments, including chronic pain, headaches, female complaints.
Female complaints.
I think you guys can guess what that is. Kidney trouble.
I love that there had to be a
kidney
euphemism
trouble.
even then.
Well, I mean, they can't be like pussy bleeding. It's a little.
Goddamn PMS and cunts.
In time, all these fake, all these false cures began to be referred to as snake oil.
They also brought opium, which is not a snake oil.
Well, yeah, I mean that actually does work too.
That works.
But no one's saying opiate. That heroin is a snake oil. I mean, obviously it fucking works.
It does what it claims.
And that was properly sold in America during that time period too. Heroin and a lot of these other drugs.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
I mean, they had the big opium dens. I mean, I don't know if they were like.
I don't know if heroin was invented, but yeah, there was the opium dens. Yeah.
I mean, heroin is.
No, it looked like
It's a
the one
derivative.
Curly Bill goes to in Tombstone.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was imagining.
Yeah.
The fucking and he gets all fucking crazy and goes out in the street and starts howling
Shooting at the moon.
shooting at the moon and shit.
Yeah.
If anyone out there in our audience hasn't watched Tombstone, that's a good fucking movie.
Please do.
Basically-
Even if you're not a fan of westerns, I think you'd
Also,
like
it was truly directed by Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they say in the credits is bullshit. So anyways, with snake oil, so people, obviously the term came from people, seeing these Chinese people use it, and it's kind of like, that's snake oil, it's bullshit. And then, of course,
it.
people...
So the term snake oil is a racist term.
I guess you could construe it that way.
Yeah, because they're saying, it's basically saying, like, you can't trust that Chinese medicine. It also happens to be true, because there wasn't really... Yeah,
Right.
So, as word of the healing powers of the Chinese snake oil grew, many Americans wondered how they could make their own snake oil here in the United States. See, American ingenuity. Look, some people rubbing shit on their joints. Maybe we can do it better. We got snakes.
Snakes here.
How fucking difficult could it fucking be?
What, you telling me them Chinese snakes cure shit, but our snakes don't? Bullshit. These are American snakes, my friend.
You know what most people used was actually rattlesnakes.
I knew it was going to be rattlesnakes, because that just...
It's rattlesnakes.
Something about that, just seems like it'd work on a
Why?
very visceral level. I don't know. Like, if you were told that you were going to get oil from a snake and it was going to cure you of something,
Right.
wouldn't your mind immediately go to, rattlesnake?
Yeah, maybe.
Rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake.
So this set the stage for entrepreneur Clark Stanley, a.k.a. the Rattlesnake King.
Yeah.
The
Cool.
fucking rattlesnake.
That sounds awesome. Why
I
isn't
mean,
this
what a
about
fucking
him?
awesome nickname, dude.
What was his name? Carl Stanley?
Clark Stanley.
Clark Stanley, the
a.k.a.
Rattlesnake King.
The fucking Rattlesnake King.
Cool.
I mean, just think about our lives. Like,
Wish I had a moniker like that.
Yeah, your nickname. What is your nickname,
Yeah,
Paul?
Paul Zigo, a.k.a. Big Dick McGraw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, TJ, you get TJ. That's all you get. I get Scotty. He gets the Rattlesnake King.
God damn it.
So in 1897, a pamphlet about Stanley's life and exploits was published. The former cowboy claimed he had learned about the healing power of rattlesnake oil from Hopi medicine men.
Hopies. Oh, man, those Hopies, man.
He communed with nature, and he found the truth of snake oil.
That's awesome.
Come with me, white man, and I will show you the power of snake oil.
Dude, we need to do an episode sometime on legendary scammers like this dude.
So basically, that's obviously bullshit. He never publicly mentioned Chinese snake oil at all. Stanley created a huge stir at the 1893 World's Exposition in Chicago when he took a live snake, sliced it open before a crowd of onlookers. And this is a description of the event. Stanley reached into the sack, plucked out a snake, slit it open, and plunged it into boiling water. When the fat rose to the top, he skimmed it off and used it on a spot to create Stanley's snake oil, a liniment that was immediately snapped up by the throng that had gathered to watch the spectacle. So it's like a stage show, basically. It's like, look, this is how we're making it.
We're making it before your eyes. This is going to cure. And now the whole time he's doing it, he's telling you all about how it's going to cure
Of
you.
course.
And how it's going to help with your fucking joint pain and your sexual prowess.
Dude, can you imagine the lack of accountability back in the day? How awesome it must have been for these. I kind of admire these dudes on a level.
Why wouldn't you?
Because their whole point was pull into town, get a bunch of dupes to buy your shit, and then the next day you're so far away that you know what I mean? They can't come complaining.
Well, also there's a placebo effect. So some people are
not
going
only
to be
that,
like, I feel better.
A lot
now.
of people are going to take it and be like, yeah, this works.
Yeah, word of mouth.
And they tell their friends, yeah, man, my arm was just killing me, but then I put that snake oil on it, and 3 or 4 days later, pain was gone. You know, like it would have been anyway.
I mean, there's a couple of really big problems with Stanley's claims he made about his oil. Basically.
No, what? I don't
So,
buy it for a
first
second.
off-
I don't buy it for a second. How dare you impugn
I'm
Stanley,
sorry to
dude.
have to do this, dude.
He's the Rattlesnake King. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I'm not the Rattlesnake King, dude. but
Sniping at the throne.
Where's your cool
Scotty
nickname?
trying to shoot at the Rattlesnake King, dude?
I gotta take the pot shots where I can get them, dude. That's all
You'd
I
be
can
like
do,
the
man.
Duke of Slugs at best, you know?
Duke of Slug.
You know? He's the Rattlesnake fucking King. He's several rungs above you, man. You can't be fucking dissing the
I mean,
Rattlesnake
well, I gotta,
King, man.
you know what? I mean, I have to, dude. I
He
have
never
no
said
choice.
he never said a false
I mean,
word
look,
in
we
his
drew straws, and I got the
rattlesnake
rattle. I had to go up against the Rattlesnake King.
life. All right, all
I
right.
mean,
You
so
go ahead. You go ahead.
I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I'm sorry. So first, rattlesnake oil was far less effective than the original Chinese snake oil it was trying to emulate. A 1989 letter to the Western Journal of Medicine from psychiatrist and researcher Richard Koonin revealed that Chinese oil contained almost triple the amount of vital acid as did the rattlesnake oil. So the vital acid that is, I guess, the effective, like the active ingredient, there was 3 times as much in the Chinese snake oil as compared to the North American rattlesnake.
Right.
Secondly,
So the Chinese snake was actually, in terms of whatever the medical applicability of this
I mean,
shit
yeah.
was,
well,
the
let's not
Chinese
quibble
snake
about
was
this because
better.
you really need to hear the next one.
Okay.
Secondly, Stanley snake oil, drum roll, it didn't contain any snake oil at all.
Wow.
So I mean, that's a pretty big problem.
What did he do? What did he make it? So he didn't even make it out of rattlesnakes. It was just
So
like all part of the
the
legend.
Pure Food and Drug Act of 1906 sought to clamp down on the sale of patent medicines, and it was legislation that led to Stanley's undoing. After seizing a shipment of Stanley's snake oil in 1917, federal investigators found it primarily contained mineral oil, a fatty oil believed to be beef fat, red pepper, and turpentine. That's
Wow.
right. Stanley's signature product did not contain a drop of actual snake oil, and hundreds of consumers discovered they'd been had.
Cool.
Damn. Duped. What a bunch of fucking dupes.
So he wasn't actually even selling snake oil. That's the most beautiful thing about
Wow.
this guy's story.
That makes him an even better snake oil salesman.
I mean, you have these fucking the dupes. I mean, like he goes to the World Exposition. I mean, obviously he was going to small towns and other places. in
I mean, that's the
America,
perfect
and just-
venue for a snake oil salesman, though. Because it's like the fair pulls out of town, and then who do you call when the snake oil turns out to be fucking beef fat and red pepper flakes
And turpentine.
and turpentine? You know what I mean? Like, who do you write to bitch about that?
Nobody.
He's gone.
He's gone and no one, I mean, like, you know, whatever.
I love it.
And that's
dude.
basically about that time is when the snake oil salesman just became the symbol of fraud because so many people have been doing this, and it was by that
So
time.
that was the era of actual snake oil. Or
Yeah.
I guess even then it was
Right.
bullshit. But so
Well, the origin is like basically like, you know, ancient homeopathic, you know, Chinese medicine kind of shit. where
Tiger
it's-
penis.
Yeah, where it's like, I mean, I don't know what the efficacy of it is. It's probably not much, but it's probably better than nothing. You know, I'm not really sure. Maybe it did help the people's joints. We weren't around to fucking test it at that point, but
so are we ready to get to the snake oil salesman we're looking at today?
I think so.
The man of the hour.
Dun dun dun.
Dr. fucking Oz, dude.
Dude, you know what I love the most about this shit is that this dude's name is Oz. And if you think about it, the Oz from the Wizard of Oz was a snake oil salesman.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just like, yeah, I'll cure what ails you. Just do this impossible task. And they did it. He's like,
Yeah, pay no
I'm
attention
just-
to the man behind the curtain. He gives them a bunch of trinkets and shit. The same shit a snake oil salesman would do. It's like, oh, yeah, you need a heart? Well, here's a fucking pin that is shaped like a heart. Now you have a heart.
yeah, he's not only he scammed, he goes to Oz. He scams his way into ruling the country.
Yeah.
And then when he's caught, he scams his way into escaping in this balloon.
Well, he's literally, like, when Dorothy runs into him at the beginning of the movie, he's literally in a cart pulling between little towns selling his stupid remedies and shit.
Yep.
So he's literally a snake oil salesman. And here we are with Dr. Oz, the great and powerful.
I mean, the parallels. I mean, dude.
I love it.
Well, Paul, I mean, I'm
What
pretty
an
sure you know we live in a
appropriate name.
simulation, man, dude. There's
No,
no
I know.
coincidence, dude.
Ah.
It just,
Obviously.
you know, it runs out of unique things to do, and so it just rewrites the script and changes some principal details here and there. Nobody usually lives long enough to notice, but
I mean, this time we have, man.
Yep.
We have fucking noticed.
Yeah, they didn't expect that we'd still remember who the Wizard of Oz was all these years later.
Yep.
When they were writing the program.
So,
they just felt,
let
they
me ask
felt
you
the
guys
need to
this.
recycle him there.
Let me ask you guys this before we actually get into his bio and all that shit. What do you know about Dr. Oz, TJ? Anything?
Here's the extent of my knowledge, all right? I know that he has a TV show where he peddles various medical remedies. I know that a huge amount of people have criticized him for peddling pseudoscience and false claims and exaggerated claims. I know that he's basically just, like, really what you said, the modern-day equivalent of a snake oil salesman.
He's a contemporary snake oil salesman.
Have I ever watched his show? Not for a second.
I've seen it. I've seen him, like, clips of his. What I think of when I think Dr. Oz is middle-aged housewives watching things on TV.
Yeah.
Like, he just seems like he's entertainment for them. Anytime that I've been exposed to him, it's like, how do you shape up your hips, ladies? Or how do you make your ankles not cankles? You know what I mean?
Well, the market they're going for at that point in television is 25 to 39-year-old women.
Wow.
So, I mean, there you go.
Bored housewives.
That's the most important demographic for daytime television. Of course, that's a lot of people say that's sexist to say, but
right.
It really is the truth.
I have here a chart, a snake oil chart. This is very similar to the ones we used for Dr. Drew.
Getting his flex on, dude.
Yeah,
He just wants to go flex.
Look at him. He's an impressive
Pay
man.
no attention to the muscles behind the ladies' size medium T-shirt.
But I have yeah.
So we have early life.
I mean, just like Dr. Drew and Dr.
Pre-TV.
Phil, we're going to appraise him in snake oil. We have his early life, his pre-TV career, his TV career, exploitation, and his greatest achievement. And all the scorers are currently
And we can
at
compare
0.
him against the winner and see if he gets more snake oil than
I think Dr. Phil got like 46, and I think
41.
Dr. Drew got like 41, 42, somewhere around there. So, so it should be pretty interesting to see if Dr. Oz can take that top spot. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the early life of this cocksucker?
So Oz was born in 1960 in Cleveland, Ohio, to Suna and Mustafa Oz, who had immigrated from the Konya, I'm not sure how you say that, but Konya province in Turkey. Mustafa was born in Bazakir, a small town in central Turkey, and earned a scholarship that allowed him to immigrate to the United States as a medical resident in 1955. So that's how he got to the U.S.
What was this weird hairdo they were doing with kids back then?
Yeah, what is that, the horseshoe or something?
Yeah, I'm not really too sure about that one.
I don't get it.
Oz attended, and this is actually the same age. This is him at age 7. Oz attended the private Tower Hill School in Delaware. It was there when he was 7 that Oz decided he wanted to have a career in the medical field after watching his father bring so much hope to patients he treated. I mean, who knows if that's true or not?
That's fucking horseshit.
But I would,
what 7-year-old boy is like, my dad brings hope to people?
That's why I
what
left that
7-year-old
in.
boy gives a flying fuck about hope?
I took a look at my dad's bank statement, and that was the moment that I wanted to be a doctor.
I mean, he was going to a private school in Delaware. Let's be honest. His dad was obviously doing really fucking.
I mean,
Yeah,
a lot
he's
of
a rich fuck
a lot of
already.
people follow in Daddy's footsteps. I mean, like Dr. Phil obviously did to
Right.
some extent, but then he surpassed his father, which is of course everyone's dream of like, I'm like my dad but better.
But he came from so his father's a heart surgeon. I mean, he goes on to eventually be a heart surgeon. So I mean, he comes from a very a background of academics and people who are obviously very successful, especially in the medical field. So he went on to study biology and received his undergraduate degree from Harvard University in 1982.
Here's him playing football,
Yeah.
by the way.
While here, for his leadership, he was given the Captain's Athletic Award. So Dr. Oz is a Harvard graduate. So number one, I mean,
No 100-6 loss in football like Dr.
no,
Phil.
nothing like that, dude.
the Dr. Phil blowout, dude. Holy shit.
But as you can see, I mean, he's following pretty. I mean, like he's pretty much on the path in life. Like he's obviously upper crust. He's doing the his dad's a heart surgeon.
We saw the same thing in Dr. Phil's bio. It was like just like all bunch of all-American shit, like football and doing well.
I mean, this
in
is
school
more than
and-
all-American.
All
This is
three
like
of these guys, honestly.
this is the American dream, kind of like your kid goes to Harvard, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
In 1986, he earned an MDA and MBA degrees respectively at the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine and Penn's Wharton School. He was awarded the Captain's Athletic Award, for leadership in college. I guess they got that again.
Damn.
Maybe that's a fucking thing. But so he was very active in sports. Like if you played football at Harvard, that was probably just a thing. I don't think he won that twice. But I mean, so as you can see, he went to Harvard. He now has the ability to practice medicine. He's going to become a doctor. I mean, like this guy's life is pretty much just like. I mean, personally, you've made very few people that have these sort of accolades and achievements. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he especially was on that path. So while he became a doctor,
So I mean, how did he end up being a fucking snake oil guy?
well, we're getting to that, dude.
All right.
We're setting up his credentials. I mean,
Yeah, this is his bio, dude. We're getting there, TJ. We're trying to rush the format.
damn, TJ, you just want to get to fucking look, TJ. This is why his
Skip to the end.
this is why his fall from grace is even worse, dude.
Douchebag.
Oz proved himself to be an exceptional surgeon, becoming a specialist in heart transplants and minimally invasive procedures. Early in his career, he treated a patient whose family would not allow a blood transfusion for religious reasons. So this was a big deal for him because okay, basically the reason why was that he wanted to do a blood transfusion. They obviously wouldn't allow it, and this is when he had his come to Jesus kind of like his, you know what? This is a quote from directly. I began to recognize that as dogmatic as I thought I could be with my knowledge base, there were certain elements of the healing process I could not capture. He said in an interview in Life Extension magazine. The experience led him to seek out alternative treatments and combine them with Western medical practices. So this is where it starts being like, wait a minute. Here's the thing about this from his biography that I don't think is true. His wife, who I didn't pull much about, is really big into like alternative medicine.
Right. So she
I think
probably saw the ability to slap his name and saw he was an attractive, charismatic dude.
And then he has this moment where he realizes, like, hey, we're wrong about how we treat medicine in this country. Like, they need other...
I don't buy that shit. He was educated at Harvard. He knows that rubbing, like, beetle cream on your face isn't going to cure cancer.
He probably just realized, like, hey, there's a niche where I can make money.
Exactly.
There's
I don't buy this, like, rosy fucking bio that they put out there about themselves. Like,
It was when I lost my first patient that I realized we needed to take a look at other options.
bullshit. Fuck you, Dr. Oz.
That's why I honestly pulled most of this stuff, because when I read it, it had such a PR thing, and I didn't think we could just discuss how, like, obviously this is not the real fucking deal about this.
Right.
But because, like, he's not I mean, like, a lot of these people, the point is they kind of invent their own mythology.
Oh, of course.
And they work with these big media companies, then they obviously perpetuate that.
Well, because you can't really sell it. Like, if Dr. Phil came waddling out and he was like,
Yeah, you know, the reason I do this is because I like to put big handfuls of suffering people's cash right in my big fucking oversized, gaudy-ass fucking Gucci pockets.
you know what I mean? If he said that, you can't really sell that. But if he makes up some story about, like,
When I was little, I saw a man was psychologically tortured, and ever since then, I've wanted to heal the wounds.
you know what I mean?
Gotta
Like, you
heal
gotta come
them.
up with some stupid fucking thing. It's
Paul-
the same thing as a snake oil salesman.
Paul, when TJ fisted you, how did that make you feel?
Like, you can imagine one of these dudes rolling up on their cart going, My old grandmother had the arthritis so bad that she could no walk nor stoop to pick up the eggs from her garden. And yet I rubbed this snake oil upon her back, and yea, she picketh up the eggs now. You know what I mean?
The eggs from her garden? That's some weird plants, dude.
I mean,
it's
whatever.
just weird that people like in these certain careers have to like front like they're like motivated by like virtue and shit. Because like
Some
we don't have to,
horrible thing happened to him that
you know,
made him like, "Ugh."
we don't have to do that. We don't have to be like, man, I saw these orphans died of boredom, and I realized then I need to be an entertainer and keep people entertained. You know, it's like.
Yeah.
Why do we don't need some
Yeah,
pure
so
motive
donate
for
to my
what we're
Patreon
doing.
immediately.
No one else does.
So no more bored African orphans die.
I watched my grandfather in his waning years flipping through TV looking for something, desperate for something to entertain him, and I just had to be an entertainer, man.
Yeah, it's like
You had to do it.
we don't need that pretext.
Just bullshit, because we're not trying to sell anybody a cream they rub on their ass that, you know what I mean, will make it less
Oh,
fat
don't worry.
or whatever.
When we watch clips from these shows, dude, you're going to see that shit, Paul. Actually, you know what, Paul? You in particular, I think Dr. Oz is going to help your bad back.
you want to look
Oh,
at that?
sweet.
Yeah, why don't we take a look at that?
Let's take a look at how Dr. Oz can help Paul.
Okay.
And me, because I got, my back.
You got a
is
bad
fucking
back,
pretty
too.
fucked up. Let's see. This is. Oh wow. You know what this is called, Paul?
What's it called?
It's called 60-second back.
I mean, we're
pain
skipping a little
fixes.
ahead, but you know what? I think it's worth it.
I mean, whatever. We gotta
60-second
play with
back
that
pain
format
fixes.
a little.
Okay.
Here we go. He's gonna fix our shit in 60 goddamn seconds,
Back
Paul.
pain.
It's
When
nothing.
you're hurting, minutes can feel like hours. So today, it's all about fast relief. I'm revealing my 60-second back pain fixes. Eileen's going to start us off.
That clock
How does
is a
back
little
pain affect
fast.
your day?
It slows me down. I have 3 kids, and in the morning it's
All right.
tough. I'm sore, low back pain.
I'm sore.
It's just annoying.
Can't get
pretty much.
around.
All right, let's start our first 60-second
Fix me,
time.
Dr.
Go
Oz,
ahead and
fix
move
me.
this
The best thing about this is he
It
pretends he doesn't know all this shit
concrete
about it. Like,
compress. Again, all these
it's
things work
dude, when you
really fast,
watch
what I'm
this, it's a
talking
total
about.
act. And it's so
Concrete
obvious.
compresses are pretty cool.
No, it's
an
not.
old treatment, but very effective.
Never heard of it.
You can, in the old days, they used to get the bags and soak them, all this kind of stuff. It's called a nip
Fucking
back.
old days.
I don't know how many have heard
Ew.
of that, but because of its healing and mending
gross.
properties.
Looks like a
if
fucking
that
dirty
phrase ever touched
diaper.
your
She
ear,
put
Yeah,
that
it
on
looks
her
like
back.
somebody
not
with
critical,
like
but come under the
a
label
yeast
comfrey
infection
ointment.
had
You
a
put it on
fucking
top of
maxi
one of
pad
these
on for a
cheesecloths,
week.
Oh, God.
And it'll decrease swelling inflammation.
Swelling
What you gotta do
inflammation
is take
gone,
this,
guys.
you
Come
just
on.
feel that and describe it to everybody.
So wait a minute. My
Got a little
badass
stickiness to it.
back is going to be
Oh, yeah,
fixed if I
it's
slap
You
this
put
on.
that
How is
right
this
over
in
where
any
it
way
hurts.
different than an
Cheesecloth with
actual
the
snake
comfrey.
oil
Look,
salesman?
Paul,
Where it hurts.
inflammation.
Super simple to
You
get
have
in
inflammation.
full
It's gonna help
form
deal
right
with that
now.
inflammation.
Just let it sit there.
I'm just gonna turn it down a
Health
little.
food stores. Yeah,
so
I'm
we
seeing
can
in
talk
grocery
over
stores
it.
now as well. And of course, you can always get them online.
Yeah, I mean,
super simple, super fast. Which is
so
why I
what
like
is
it.
in this,
You want
Scotty?
another 60-second fix?
Absolutely.
I don't fucking know,
This is
dude.
one
What
for
do you
lower
mean?
back pain.
That's what I'm telling you, dude. It's just like
Flip the clock.
they have these
It
different
is-
products.
Devil's
Devil's Claw.
Oh,
That
so how?
sounds
So what?
ominous,
How?
doesn't it?
How's this gonna solve
Yeah,
it?
Devil's Claw.
Oh, look, another-
treatment that's been
Another
time-tested.
fucking
Wait, so
product.
this is gonna
These
solve it even
prescription pills,
quicker. This is
works
gonna
for
solve
you,
it
and
in
it works
30
for a ton
seconds,
of
dude.
folks. It's an anti-inflammatory. It works similar to the way some medications work.
Okay.
Yeah, and the nice thing about
not
it
a
is it works
medication,
very
just so you
specifically in a
know.
joint that's causing a lot of the
It
lower
works
back
similar
pain
to how
people
those
suffer
medications
from.
work.
Okay.
And that is over here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is
A
called the
sprig of rosemary
sacroiliac
from your
joint.
grandmother's
Okay.
garden.
People have heard of this, but they don't know what it really is. So these
is
are
it?
your hip bones,
Yes.
right, the pelvis
Okay.
bones. And then there's a joint between the spine in the middle
Okay.
and those major bones.
Okay.
Right, in order to make it the circle that supports your whole body. And there's ligaments there get strained.
Right.
And you can see how important they are. They're big
Fix 'em.
and thick. And when you get
Fix
pain in
'em, you
there,
son
I mean,
of a bitch.
It's really uncomfortable, and it travels up.
So you see now it's part of it. It's
into your
explained
lower
like, oh,
back.
look, see, look, this is what's
So
wrong with
the
you. This is why
devil's
you're
claw
hurting. This is why
helps
you
soothe
need
some
this
of the
product. It's gonna
ligamental
fix
discomfort.
this.
You want to take about 100 milligrams a day.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that like
100
a
milligrams a
herbal
day of
supplement?
Devil's
It is
Claw.
herbal
So-
Boom.
So
Fixed.
two products
People
already
have back pain
recommended
for all known history.
during this
I'll
segment.
try it.
So
Yeah.
they've tried things.
Notice
and a lot
this
of things
segment
haven't
is
worked, but the
longer
ones
than
that have
60
worked, they've
seconds
stood the test
also.
of time.
Well, he's
They're the
shown
ones I
her
wanna
3
talk about.
fixes.
And that you can
though.
get a health
That's
food
true.
There's a
store.
lot of fixes here,
Yeah,
TJ.
A lot of
all the
fixes.
documents are
Three
very simple to get.
full-blown
They
This is
come
not
in
just
each
one
no
fucking
back.
fix,
You always
dude.
go right to the prescription aisle.
So
or ask
Paul
your
and
doctor for
TJ,
something.
there's two
They're
fucking
more
fixes
subtle
right now for
things
your
that can
bad
probably
bags.
nudge you in the right direction.
So
Try that.
let's say I do all this shit. I watch this fucking idiot. He's a doctor. I slather that fucking cunt juice all over my back. I drink that pepper nonsense, the devil's claws. And
pop
I do
those
whatever
pills,
that
yeah.
stretch was he was talking about that'll stretch out my clavicle muscle or whatever the fuck. And it doesn't
hips.
fix my back. What culpability does he have?
None.
Oh,
Paul-
he just gets to do
He's trying
another
to
show
help you,
next
Paul.
week with another bunch of non-remedies.
He's trying to help you, Paul. I mean, come on.
He's
dude.
helping America, Paul.
Yeah, what
He's
an
helping
idiot.
him out. So let's take a look at the score here.
So early life.
So what would you give
Or
that?
so we actually did early life and
Some pre-TV.
yeah, pretty much all.
I don't think his
pre-TV.
early life really had anything.
No, I
I
mean,
gotta
you
give
know,
that as
whatever.
a
He doesn't.
zero.
He can't control that.
So early life going from because of the fall from grace to like going from like I'm a Harvard trained doctor to maybe Devil's Claw and shit like that'll help because obviously he started that before he did his show.
I want to give him at least 5 snake oils in the pre-TV for the bullshit story about why he turned to alternative medicine.
You know, early life, I didn't feel like he really deserved any. Yeah, pre-TV.
I'm gonna say more. I
One-
think more like 10 of them.
One detail from pre-TV that I think should be included before you guys make the final judgment is in 1984, Oz established the Cardiovascular Institute and Integrative Medicine program at New York Presbyterian Hospital.
Okay.
Media exposure followed, and he with his wife, he co-authored the book Healing from the Heart. A leading surgeon combines Eastern and Western traditions to create medicine of the future.
10.
Which was released in 1998.
10, I say 10.
Okay, whatever, dude. Yeah, 10. 10 for that whole spiel of shit.
I think 5 for that and 5 for just the fact that he started doing this alternative medicine shit in the first place.
Yeah.
So TV career, we
Yeah,
started
we need
off.
to know about his TV career now.
I mean, he's in a lot of shows and spin-offs, but I just really covered the ones I felt were primarily important. So he started off with Second Opinion with Dr. Oz. So this is basically him and his wife again. The couple teamed up again to create Second Opinion with Dr. Oz, a television show that brought the surgeon's medical expertise to an even wider audience during its sole season in 2003. Guests included Charlie Sheen, Magic Johnson, Quincy Jones, and Oprah Winfrey.
So how did he get the notoriety to get that kind of name shit behind him? Like, when did he explode?
He's another Oprah thing.
Oh,
right?
Oprah.
Yeah,
Oprah hit him with the magic wand.
But he was kind of in the periphery. Like he was really trying to court like media exposure. Like he wrote a book. I mean, he had a very high profile position at a Columbia University.
Right. Just the fact that he's Harvard educated and embracing the alternative medicine shit, he's obviously going to go rise to the top of that shit. 'Cause as much as they claim to not respect the medical establishment, obviously they want someone from Harvard to be on their side and being like, yeah, this alternative medicine shit, there's something to it.
Well, he has an impeccable background and credentials. So someone like him saying, like, yeah, Columbia professor, Dr. Oz says this treatment is worthwhile. They're good. Or there's something to it.
Breath.
Take some devil's claw, Paul.
Jesus.
So I actually pulled there's a clip of Second Opinion with Dr. Oz.
All right, I got it here. Let's see. Second Opinion with...
And very quickly, you guys are going to get a feel for what the show is like.
World-renowned heart surgeon Dr. Mehmet Oz takes on the most critical health concerns of our times. Discover the future of medicine from those who are making it.
So that's a big theme in his thing. Like, this is like the future of medicine.
On Second Opinion.
Second Opinion.
As many as 40% of Americans say they've tried an alternative therapy.
Wow. I'm just blown away by how legitimate this all seems.
Yeah, well, it just seems like an infomercial.
Yeah.
But dressed up.
I keep waiting for him to pull out the blender,
Yeah.
The VitaBlend blender gives you 50% more nutrients per
Nancy,
ounce.
Royal Diamond cookware is made to last.
And initial research shows that alternative medicine can work. Human touch has been linked to improved immunity.
Dude, I one time got suckered into watching an infomercial.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it came on and it looked just like this fucking thing. And some dude dressed like Dr. Oz, like, I'm going to prove to you by the end of this presentation that psychic powers are real. Right? And I'm like, you're going to prove to me?
Wow.
I was like, okay.
Sold.
So I watched through the whole infomercial selling whatever kind of bullshit they were selling.
Ended up being like a book or a training course or something.
No, it was some kind of like, thing where you could like use your mind to influence events and all this shit. Anyway,
then you need to watch more of this shit though, dude.
But I just want to set this up because I mean, like, this is just too good. And it's another form of snake oil. At the end of the fucking infomercial, after their sales pitch, like, all right, we're gonna prove to you psychic powers. And he pulls out a lemon, okay? And he slices the lemon like, as I slice this lemon, you could feel yourself salivating. Without doing anything to you, I have affected you. And I'm like, what?
Wait.
That's it.
Pavlovian response?
Yeah.
I cut a lemon.
Because
I
he cut a lemon,
you.
and he described it a little. He's like, yeah, your mouth is watering. I induced a physiological response without even touching you or doing anything to you. That proves the efficacy of our system.
Okay. Got it.
Sold. You know what we can do? Let's go to a crowd, TJ, and bring a popcorn machine and start popping away and have some like salty, buttery popcorn. Let's see how many people we can psychically control to ask for some.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
Function and back pain.
Second
has been
Opinion
shown to
with
improve
Dr.
with massage.
Oz.
And finally, migraine
Say
headaches.
massage,
they can
dude.
be controlled with acupuncture. Complex diseases
Acupuncture.
require complex solutions. Alternative therapies can help make conventional therapies like chemotherapy more palatable. And sometimes they may even extend the lives of people who were never expected to live.
Here's
My
proof.
name is Marissa Harris. There are 4 stages of cancer.
I was stage 4.
And I have stage 4.
Oh, you have?
Modern medicine had given up on Marissa.
But then she started hitting a bowl with a stick, and now her cancer is still riddling her body.
Inoperable lymph nodes on her pancreas. But that wasn't the worst news.
My husband said, well, what does this mean in terms of Marissa's life? And he at first didn't want to say anything. And then he said, if she's lucky, maybe 9 months. I kept on saying, well, isn't there something I can do? Wouldn't diet make a difference? And, he said no. And I said, well, what about supplements? And he said no. And I mean, the last thing I wanted was chemotherapy. And I said, well, what about chemotherapy? And he said, well, maybe you should do that because it might give you a couple of extra months. And he said, well, don't you think it's worth it? And I said, no. I said, would you do it if you were me? And he said to me, probably not.
With traditional medicine giving her just 6 months to live, fate led Marissa to Mitch Gaynor, a conventional doctor.
I'm a medical oncologist, hematologist, and internist.
With a totally unconventional approach to disease.
You guys are going to like this.
I knew it.
Oh my god!
How did I know he was gonna be hitting a bowl with a fucking stick?
Burn.
And here's Dr. Oz in his lab coat, selling singing bowl therapy to desperate cancer patients out there.
And massage is proven to be effective, Paul.
Oh my god!
It's some type of an extension. So this woman is she has pancreatic cancer, stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and her doctor's having an honest conversation like, best case scenario, you're probably gonna live another year or two. And what about chemotherapy, that poison, that bad stuff? He's like, maybe that'll work a little bit. Would you do it? He's like, well, no, not really, because you're not going to survive no matter what.
Well, you know what I would do? Stick my head in a singing bowl and let somebody hit it with a stick.
What about diet? So you already have cancer. Your diet's not going to change the cancer. It's not going to make it go away. So basically, she's grasping for straws, and people like Dr. Oz and this fucking doofus are giving her false hope by going, this is going to release negative energy. Bung! Bang. There goes your bung life. Oh, she's going to be healed.
Cancer can be a tremendous turning point in somebody's life.
So what happens? Like the cancer cells hear the boom, and they're just like, oh shit, we got to get out of here.
Retreat.
You know, it's like the same.
Our only weakness.
You know the movie The Thing, TJ, where he heats up the fucking like the wire and he jams it in the blood. It's gonna be like that, dude. They hear the boom, they're like, oop, cancer just jumps out of your body, dude.
Yep.
Body's like, holy shit, it's time to fight this cancer. Someone just
alternative therapies. Oh, my only weakness.
Yeah, somebody rang a bell. Holy shit.
Really learning about the proper way to eat, the proper diet.
Yeah, that's good, but they already have stage 4 cancer.
Stress.
So I can tell by what's going on here that this guy, in addition to being a doctor, makes part of his nut getting roomfuls of desperate, sick people together and telling them that if you sit there quietly while I walk around the room and ring a bowl, you're going to get better.
But you saw how they couched it. Dr. Oz is like, look, in association with these other treatments, you know, so this is supposed to be like a thing you combine with it. But it's like you just heard from that woman's mouth, like, I didn't want to do chemotherapy. So for one side of his mouth, he's saying like, this is something good that also helps.
Right.
But then the first person he has on is like, that's bogus and bullshit, and they didn't give me any hope.
chemotherapy, unproven.
Not for me.
Hitting a fucking ball over your head. That's the answer.
You want to know why? Because it's overwhelming.
To your cancer.
Because you know what it is? It's like someone that wants just overwhelming positivity. And this guy can be like, well, this can help with positive energy. You know, it's fucking bullshit.
Wow.
This woman knows it's fucking horseshit. She's just desperate and she's scared that she's going to die. And I understand why someone would be desperate and run to people like these. Say, oh, I can help you. Oh, just eat a vegan diet. And we're going to hit this gong around your head 3 times a day. And the cancer's going to go away.
What do you want to bet that this guy's bell ringing seminars end with I hope you found healing today. And if you would like to repeat this therapy by yourselves at home, you can purchase one of my various sized singing bowls.
You know what's great?
As well as the tape for how to play them.
Of course. You guys know the movie The Man on the Moon about Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, yes.
And he wants to go to that healer and shit. And
the crystal healer.
The crystal healer. And it's kind of like that's when he goes there and he kind of just laughs. It's like,
or the chicken, the guy that's doing psychic surgery.
Yeah. The I forget what they call it, like cutlass surgery.
Yeah, and
or
he's
whatever.
got like chicken parts
and
in his
they
hand.
reach into your body using spirit hands or whatever, and they pull out the infection, but really they're just stuffing it in their hands beforehand, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the same shit, dude.
Is really the fundamental difference between integrative medicine and the way medicine is practiced is just dealing with the symptoms.
This is integrative medicine.
Yeah.
So
Remember who started
that sentence he just said means absolutely nothing. If you could listen to that again,
The difference between medicine and integrative medicine is just that in integrative medicine and medicine you deal with
in
the
1994, I must remind the audience, Oz established the Cardiovascular Institute and Integrative Medicine program at New York Presbyterian Hospital.
integrative medicine. Got
Yeah,
it.
integrate.
What does it
we
integrate?
medicine with bullshit.
Yeah. Integrate
much.
a bunch of unproven ancient world techniques like singing bowls and snake venom therapy.
What's next? Leeching?
For the last 10 years,
That's ridiculous.
Dr. Gator
Hooey.
has used ancient chants and sound to ease the fear and anxiety of his patients.
All right, this is disgusting.
It really is.
So that's part of his TV career. What else? You got?
Oprah, dude.
Oh, his Oprah stint. All right. Do we have an Oprah thing?
I thought I pulled one. If you don't see one, though.
Let's see. Dr. Oz fires back at critics.
That's not it.
CNN. No, I don't see anything like that.
Oh, shit. It must not get added to the file. It doesn't matter. So basically, Oz appeared as a health expert on the Oprah Winfrey Show for 5 seasons. And he was anointed by Winfrey America's Doctor. Oz embraced his celebrity status with guest spots on a number of news programs and talk shows. And he also began publishing the best-selling You book series and penning columns for Esquire and other media outlets.
Let me ask you guys something. We've started dealing with the spawn of Oprah here with Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz.
Yeah, I mean, at what point are we going to have to cut the head off the dragon?
When do we go to the belly of the fucking beast? Is what I'm asking.
That might even be a multi-parter because she has a storied and checkered history.
Because, I'm tired of tap dancing around the periphery of this horrible bitch and her fucking demon
Everybody's
offspring.
afraid to face her, TJ. No man wants to pick up sword or pike and go into the dragon's lair.
Dude, you're facing the Hydra there, dude.
She's one of the untouchables.
Like Beyonce,
the
Oprah,
unmentionables.
Dude.
Yeah,
Queen Oprah, dude.
Yeah, you don't fuck with Beyonce. You don't fuck with Oprah. You know.
Are you sure you want to do that, TJ? That's a ballsy fucking move. I don't know.
I
don't know if you got the ingredients, TJ.
I don't know, man. Maybe we're fucking just like the dude in Tiananmen Square trying to stand up to the tank, but somebody's got to do it. Someone's got to be that
keeps
fucking
rolling
guy.
in all night long.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. We keep dealing with her demonic little turds ruining the earth. But we're not dealing with the asshole that's fucking shitting them out.
She used her position as a respected talk show / journalist personality to foist all of her crazy fucking alternative medicine beliefs on other people. So
pop psychology and all that shit.
Just all of the bullshit.
Well, one, Oprah's someone that's always been, dealing with weight. That's a big thing about Oprah.
Is everything because she's big.
Well, no, dude, because she's always been one of those people that she's a yo-yoer. She'll be fat, then she'll be skinny. So, obviously, there's someone like Dr. Oz. There's definitely an appeal. He's obviously embraced regular medicine, so he's like, I can trust you. But then it's also I also embrace doing chants and cleanses and all kinds of other bullshit that people like Oprah think make them lose weight. Because, it does work. If you have someone like Dr. Oz, stand up your shoulder, and now you can do this, Oprah, now you can do this. It's I honestly feel like he just preyed on her insecurity and her personal biases.
I just want to see someone go up to Oprah and knock a cake out of her hands and be like, "Put that down, you fat bitch."
And he's already like Dr. Phil. Dr. Oz is an adept social climber.
Yeah, all these guys are.
The psychology of Oprah has been fucking crystal clear from the beginning. She's looking for the quick fix. That's why she balloons up to 400 pounds and then loses it all and then balloons. Because she's always wanting the quick fix, the pop diet, the eat nothing but cashews and you'll lose weight diet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The I had a fucked up childhood, so what's the quick fix diet? You know what I mean? Or what's the quick psychological trick I can do to fix years of abuse from my father? That type of shit.
And she turned a talk show into a behemoth. She has her own television channel. She has her own network. She has her own magazine. She has her own everything. She produces movies and TV shows and I mean, just everything. I mean, she gave Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz both of their fucking starts.
Well, why do you think she was drawn to them, though? Because they're both quick fix snake oil
Oh,
salesmen.
yeah, dude. They're a perfect
We're just
match.
like, oh, yeah, you've got cancer? Well, rub some valerian root on your elbow, and that'll help. You know, she likes that, you know. That's the kind of expedient bullshit that she wants.
And it plays well to audiences because people like that shit, too. They don't want hard work. They want the quick fix.
You know why I'm still fat after all these years?
Because you have a bad back?
No, because I don't want to. Ultimately, because I don't want to put in the fucking work to get skinny.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
right.
That's,
I'm not now.
That's a logical reason. Yeah.
Right. And I've done the same thing that Oprah does. I just don't run around like evangelizing it to people. You know, like I've chased the stupid diet fad rabbit hole a few times and had varying levels of success, but I'm still a fat fuck. Pushing 40 now.
Because ultimately, every diet you undergo, and I know because I'm the same way, is like, it's like you go on a diet and then you're off the diet, and the only way you actually keep weight off is if you just change your eating habits.
Exactly.
And we don't want to do that because you want to eat cake and Snickers and whatever the fuck else.
It's because you're being intellectually dishonest. I mean, there's also obviously there's cognitive dissonance going on, but you're being.
I'm not being dishonest. I'm being honest about why I'm fat.
Well,
I eat too goddamn much and I don't want to work out.
No. In this state, you're not. When you're on a diet, you are. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah,
that's what I'm. That's what I mean. What you just said now, I totally agree with. But
Sure.
yeah, when you're on your diet, like you and TJ, like it's weird about them. They both assume this kind of thing. They're like it's like this optimism, upbeat. Like, you know what, this is gonna be the time.
I mean,
I'm gonna fucking
you have
change
to.
my fucking life,
dude. If you go into a diet with like this is just gonna fail like every other time, if that's your mindset, you may as well just keep eating pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
I know
because
that.
You're not going to be able to stay on it.
So you have to lie to yourself to a certain
TJ.
extent.
But when I was with TJ and Paul,
I have mine. This is my latest diet plan, Scott. You'll love this.
oh god, okay, yeah, let me hear it, dude.
Because I always come up. I just come up with my own half-baked shit now. But my plan is make the decision slightly better than the decision that I actually want to make, even if it's still not a great decision.
Is that what led to the burger with jalapeno all over it today?
Yes.
What were you going to get instead of that was the less good decision?
Well, I mean, I probably would have just eaten the whole burger. But
Oh, okay.
No, what
Oh,
I
you
did,
ate half.
You know what I did to alleviate? I'm like, I ain't going to drink sweet tea.
Oh.
Oh
No
shit,
carbs
dude.
in my drink. That's what I'm going to do.
Wow, TJ.
And then when I went to the store later and got a thing of chocolate milk, normally I'd buy the big thing of chocolate milk, but I just bought the little thing of chocolate milk.
So you're just going to drink it faster and have to go get more chocolate milk quicker.
You know, who knows, dude? I'm just saying, whatever decision I truly want in my heart, I try to make the one that's just like slightly less bad.
If you think like let's say by doing that you reduce your calorie intake by 15 to 20%.
Well, my hope is that my
then you would lose-
baseline for the decision I want to make will like continue to just go down until eventually, by the time I'm like 80, I'll
like-
be eating healthy.
I'll have the carrot sticks and celery platter, please.
Yes, exactly.
Dude, I've been with TJ a couple times when he was eating healthy at restaurants, and it's really bizarre because TJ be like, what vegetables do you have? And it's like, she just asked for fucking vegetables?
It's pretty weird.
And then he'll eat it all, and he'll be like, I'm like, was that actually good, TJ? And TJ's like, it was fine. And I'm like, and TJ's mind, it was probably like every bite was just like, his fucking arm just feels like lead, and it's like a weight he has to raise up, like, ugh. Eat healthy. It's good.
It's tough. I hate vegetables. I'm not too keen on like fruit. I'm pretty
Well,
much,
if you like those things, you'd be skinny.
Yeah. I don't. I like Hostess donuts and chocolate chip cookies and things of that
Pizza.
nature. Yeah, I mean, pizza I could take or leave. I'm not too.
I mean, most people
crazy
can
about
empathize
pizza.
with you
That's,
anyways, though.
I'm in love with pizza. I
I'm
could
not.
eat pizza every
The
goddamn
only thing
day.
I'm truly in love with really is like mostly sweets.
Oh, see, I'm not a sweets guy.
I'm all about it. The sweet tooth runs in my fucking.
But you know
family.
what? You know what though, Paul? And one thing I'll say about this is maybe fat kids got made fun of more in like real life. I mean, dude, you guys are now the majority.
They don't think I'm gonna make it.
I
to
mean,
80.
still get made
Fuck
fun
you
of.
guys.
I mean, you guys still
doesn't
get made
matter.
fun of. I mean, you should, but you guys should be made fun of too.
Not only will I live
But what
to
I'm
be
saying-
80, I'll live to be
You should be
172.
because everyone is supposed to get made fun of, Paul.
All right. Anyway,
Everyone is?
Everyone's supposed to be made fun of.
So
yeah.
that's why
You can't take yourself so seriously, dude.
Oprah loves the fucking diet fads. But let's see. Is there anything else from Dr. Oz's TV career?
Of course there is.
Let's get to it. Let's talk about
There's
it.
a cornucopia of bullshit.
Dude, there's the Dr. Oz show, of course.
Yeah, I mean that's the logo I've had up forever.
Put up the fucking logo, TJ.
It's up. You want it up all the way? Here we
I want
go.
everyone to fucking look, dude, simple. Look, Dr. Oz is like
Clean.
he's on the fucking edge of the box, dude. You see what I'm saying? He's not in the box. He's like on the box. You see what it combines there? Teach Eastern and Western medicine, traditional, non-traditional medicine, dude. That's what this logo is supposed to invoke in you.
Wow. It doesn't.
It doesn't?
No.
So, Oz basically rose to popularity, as we know, on the Oprah Winfrey Show. This was about 2009. So Oprah wanting to cash in on this shit is like, Dr. Oz is really fucking popular.
Give him his show.
At this
Let's
point,
do a
spinoff.
She's already made a bunch of people's careers at this point, so it's just another, Oprah has the power
Queen Oprah
in the
just went-
industry to just snap her fingers and make someone a thing.
Like, when Oprah gives you a show, it's like, you know what? You have fucking sucked Oprah's clit so good. You have kissed her ass so thoroughly. And also Oprah fans like you. Like, the Oprah fan base is like, Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil. So Oprah's like, you know what? Queen Oprah's going to give you a show, sweetie. So in 2009, Dr. Oz gets a TV show. So the Dr. Oz show debuted in 2009 to the highest daytime TV ratings on record in 9 years and went on to win 3 consecutive Emmy Awards.
So, instant hit.
In addition to hosting the TV show, Oz continues to serve as vice chairman and professor of surgery at Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons. He also branched out into a new form of media in 2014 with the launch of his own lifestyle magazine. By the way, the show's watched, I've seen estimates between 2.7 to 4 million viewers daily.
So every day, 2 million plus people, like 2.7 to 4 million people, you said, are tuning in daily to watch Dr. Oz sell them snake oil. And I don't know if did you play about the demographics? Is it mostly, like Paul said, middle-aged housewife?
The main demographic for that time slot is 25 to 39-year-old women.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Bored housewife time. Maybe not middle-aged quite, but
yeah,
approaching it.
So, younger to middle-aged housewife. Not young, but
yeah.
Yeah.
The late 20s to the 40s.
A bunch of 30-year-old women bored at home watching Dr. Oz to learn how to what?
Cellulite.
And you saw this.
I have cellulite
you saw
on
the
my
back
thighs,
pain
Dr.
one.
Oz.
They've done episodes on topics such as vaginal rejuvenation.
Whoa, rejuvenation? How does that work?
Sometimes your plumbing down there gets a little dry with age.
What
but
does it need to
here's
be
17.
rejuvenated?
It's actually the appearance.
Oh.
The appearance.
So it makes the
Rub
pussy
some
look
valerian
better?
root on your pussy.
It's a surgery, I think. Is
Oh.
So he's peddling surgeries on his show?
Yeah, elective vaginal
Well,
surgeries.
they've become increasingly popular, apparently.
to make your pussy look better, whatever that means.
They just take a fucking thing and they just cut out the outside, smoothers out, just kind of scrape it off.
They've done over 1,000 episodes.
Gross.
They've done all kinds of episodes. They actually did an episode with our great and wonderful president, Donald Trump.
What?
Oh,
Donald Trump was on Dr. Oz?
Donald Trump was, in fact, on Dr. Oz.
Do you have the clip?
You can find it if you want.
I do want.
So anyways, it's actually, you guys may not know this, but Dr. Oz is actually a registered Republican.
Cool.
So
Of course he is. He's a fucking huckster, lying piece of shit. All these dirtbags are Republicans. Dr. Phil, Republican. Dr. fucking Drew, Republican.
So-
Dr. Oz, Republican.
Dr. Oz actually gave Trump a pretty glowing health report.
I'm shocked. Let's see.
Let's take a little look at this.
Come on, Dr. Oz.
There are 53 days between now and Election Day when Americans head to the polls to vote for president. Our report
Trump.
released this week shows this is a major cause of stress in America. As a doctor, first and foremost, I'm
You gotta deal with that stress.
and she's considered.
Yeah! Woo!
There's the truffle.
It's me, Donald Trump. How you doing?
I'm not gonna really greet anybody. I'm just gonna kind
I'm
of
gonna smile at you. I'm gonna point at you. I'm gonna clap.
He loves to clap for himself, dude.
Yeah, me. I'm here.
I guess in its own way, it's 15 and
Trail.
well, it's a lot of work, I think that's fine. I think it's fine.
Or are you
It's,
trying to skip
We
to?
want her to get well.
I'm just trying to get
So I
to
think
one of
that's
the
fine.
questions.
How do you stay healthy on the campaign trail?
Well, it's a lot of work, when I'm speaking in front of 15 and 20,000 people, and I'm
The
up
correct
there using
answer
a
to
lot
that
of
is I
motion.
don't.
I
Yeah,
guess
he
in
doesn't
its own
look at
way,
him.
It's a pretty healthy act, and
It's a
I
pretty
really
healthy act.
enjoy-
Pretty healthy act.
To campaign. You burn a lot of calories campaigning. Because clearly Donald Trump was staying in great shape on the campaign trail.
Great.
Oh yeah.
So Dr. Oz
Yeah,
was like, yeah, this is a healthy man. This is a big
fat. He actually does say that.
Man.
Like they go. If you find the part where they look at his paperwork, like his medical records.
I've had no diabetes.
Trying to find the medical records part. Do.
I don't know why. Yeah.
It looks like this is broken up into like multiple parts.
Is
experimented with
Look down below.
hormone problems.
Whatever. I'm not gonna find it out this, but whatever. So Dr. Oz basically at the end of that says, Donald Trump is super healthy.
Well,
right?
there's a point in it where like he's looking at his like blood pressure and his cholesterol and like his other like basic testing they do to see they give a barometer of what your health is.
Yeah, and his health's phenomenal, right?
Yeah, and he's like, these are really desirable numbers. I'd be really happy to see if you were my patient to have these numbers for you at your age.
Wonder what he would have said if Hillary was on there.
I don't think he would have been as favorable.
Not at all.
Not even fucking close, dude. So that basically covers the TV career for him as far as the main stuff he's mainly involved in when people would know him from. Like I said, there's a spin-off show on OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network, where it's about him like as a surgeon.
Cool.
So there's a few other shows and properties he's been attached to. He's been attached to a lot of stuff, but since we're doing limited to TV, this is the main TV.
So I'm saying, like, I don't know, that was pretty bad.
20
is where I'm probably. Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah,
20.
because honestly, the exploitation show. When we get to that section, you guys are going to award a lot of fucking points.
All right. So he's at 30 so far.
What's his exploitation?
Tell us about it, Scotty.
So we'll start off with this.
Let me go ahead and put up his nice little thumbnail I gave him here with all his money.
So Popular Science and The New Yorker have published critical articles on Oz for giving quote-unquote non-scientific advice. These criticisms include questioning if he is doing more harm than good and pointing out irresponsible and dangerous treatment of eating disorders.
I have a few articles here. If this is
yeah,
if you want to pull any of these up.
We're gonna get to that next.
Okay.
The James Randi Educational Foundation has awarded Dr. Oz the Pegasus Award. Award intended to expose parapsychological, paranormal, and psychic frauds that Randi has noted over the years.
I don't like following one person blindly, but if you have gotten on James Randi or his foundation's bad side, I'm pretty sure you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, obviously part of the message of James Randi is don't trust anyone, even me, but
he's pretty good at finding
he's pretty good at fucking, getting them out there and exposing them like Uri Geller and, these fucking fraudsters and shit.
So you want to hear some of the reasons he's won? Because he actually won this award multiple times. In 2009, for the promotion of energy therapies such as Reiki.
Reiki?
What the hell is Reiki?
Probably that singing
It's like
bowl
Japanese
bullshit.
spiritual healing.
Great.
In 2010, for support of faith healing and psychic communication with the dead, among other controversial practices. Oz became the first person to...
Hold up. Psychic communication with the dead?
Yes.
So Dr. Oz...
Dude, Dr. Oz runs the gamut, dude. He really does. There's over 1,000 episodes of his show.
Well, Oprah's no better. Yeah. Oprah was known for popularizing these pop psychic bitches. She'd have them on the show to do readings of her audience and shit. So why do you think? I
don't know, man. I just assume that because that's not even in the realm of medicine that he wouldn't be involved in that racket.
Because he won this right after he became the first person to win the Pegasus Award 2 years in a row.
Cool.
In 2012, Oz won the Pegasus Award for refusal to face reality for his continued promotion of quack medical practices, paranormal belief, and pseudoscience.
Wow. Dude, yeah, like I said, dude, if James Randi is up your ass, you got a problem.
I mean, winning his like biggest bullshit award at least 3 times.
Yeah, being the first person to win it twice.
And I mean, that was the first 3 years, basically, that Dr. Oz was really doing his show. I mean, I'm sure at that point, James Randi was like, there's other fish to fry.
Right, yeah. Make it the Dr. Oz Award.
One thing we haven't really talked about is how much the medical and scientific community fucking hates Dr. Oz, dude.
Oh, I can see why.
I mean, we'll cover some shit about that in a minute, but they fucking load this dude.
And he gives them a bad name.
I mean, he really does, because he's like, hey, look, I know these other people are saying this.
Look at him. In all his promotional shit, he's dressed up in OR scrubs or like a doctor.
He does a show like that, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to give the appearance that this is totally 100% legitimate. I'm a medical doctor.
Yep.
I'm not evaluating you personally, but I'm telling you that this is really good advice.
Well, just because he went through the schooling to become an MD doesn't mean that everything that comes out of his mouth is gospel.
Oh,
and
we're gonna get to that.
The disingenuity of wearing that fucking outfit in front of people while you're telling them you can talk to your dead relatives is just fucking staggering. This dude went to Harvard. He knows that singing bowl therapy and talking to dead relatives aren't a thing. All these guys have that in common, though. All three of these snake oil fucks that we've looked at are well-educated dudes that ought to know better. In fact, do know better.
That's the problem. Yeah, they do know better.
So, TJ, why don't you pull up the article we had? 5 not-so-miraculous Dr. Oz claims.
Okay. Let's see here. Here we go.
And you can read that if you like. Why don't you put it on the screen?
Dr. Mehmet Oz has made a name for himself in part by touting miracle cures and weight loss products, but the TV personality is now facing fire from critics for making health claims that are not supported by scientific evidence. Well, no shit.
And they're talking about the Senate hearing, and we're gonna play a clip of that as well.
Oz was strongly criticized for his claims about weight loss supplements in a Senate hearing in June of 2014. Now 10 doctors from around the United States have called for Oz to be removed. The faculty of Columbia University in New York, where he is.
I actually believe we have a clip of that. We actually have a clip of that too.
Surgeon. You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, should we play those?
Let's actually get down to his claims, so people can see some of the things he said. These are some
of the claims here, right?
So,
magic weight loss compound.
Yeah, dude.
Oz has claimed a long list of products can help people lose weight, but perhaps the most dubious is green coffee extract.
Yeah. So, green coffee extract. I mean, I don't even know how fucking he can pretend to have any credibility, dude.
So here's what he said. You may think magic is make-believe, but this little bean has scientists saying they found the magic weight loss cure for every body type.
Oh, man.
And by the way, we're going to talk about this magical weight loss miracle, these cures. We're actually going to talk about how many times he's actually said those. This is his most egregious one that people really got on him for.
So he said GMOs are unhealthy.
No, read the last paragraph, though.
Foods containing ingredients from genetic...
No, on the other one. But the only scientific study that supported the claim was funded by the product's manufacturer and has been retracted.
The blog Retraction Watch reported in October.
So basically, Dr. Oz went on his show and told people without any scientific evidence that green coffee extract would help them lose weight.
Not only that, but scientists are saying that they found the magic weight loss cure for every body type.
But hey, guys, Dr. Oz is later going to claim he's never heard of that, never profited from it. But that's okay.
Yeah, scientists would never say they'd found the magic cure for anything because scientists don't believe in magic.
It's the magic cure.
So GMOs, which I mean, a lot of people say this.
Oh my god, I hate these fucking people, dude. These Frankenfood.
I
definitely agree that if you're gonna modify genetically an organism, that there needs to be studies done. You need to keep an eye on it and shit. But like the idea that genetically modified food is bad for you is ridiculous because we've been eating it for generations.
Not only that, but like. It's not like they're putting something foreign into it. All they're doing is...
Well, that's what a lot of these people allege, is that they're adding things to the genetic code of these foods.
Well, they are. I mean, but it's just more genetic code. It's still just the same basic genetic material. It's just been altered. It's like, it's going to grow faster now or some shit.
Well, here's the problem when you make these claims about GMOs, is that the reality is no one really knows what impact they're going to have.
Maybe there's some sort of impact, but there's no scientific credible
But you don't know. That's what I'm
shit.
saying. So anything you say is just speculation.
Well,
it's like it's going to make you do this or do that.
All you have to do is bring up the banana to them. Like, just look at what a wild banana used to look like.
I'll just walk up to and pull one right out of my ass.
Like, how is it different for us to genetically modify an organism by selectively breeding it over the course of generations?
It's just faster to do it in a lab. That's the only difference.
Or just interseed in a lab and take those genes and make them what we want.
Frankenfood.
So, I mean, like, really, humans have been genetically modifying food and animals for a long time. They just did it through a different process that was slower. Cure for the common cold. What?
Oh, okay, yeah.
What?
Wait a minute. Read that root, TJ. I want to hear you pronounce that root.
Dude, that's why this is going to be great.
Dr. Oz has touted umkaloabo root extract as a remedy for the common cold. It has been incredibly effective at relieving cold symptoms, and a new study shows it helps the flu, Oz said in a video. There has not been much science to back up the medicinal benefits of this extract, but it can have side effects. There is weak evidence that an extract from the root of the plant Pelargonium sidoides, whatever the fuck, could shorten the length of respiratory tract infections and relieve symptoms, according to the National Institute of Health. But these extracts can have side effects like stomach and bowel problems.
So, you want to trade that upper respiratory infection for some horrible bloody diarrhea?
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Cure for restless legs.
Oh, here
I
you
need
go,
that.
dude. TJ, you have restless legs.
Oz's health claims aren't limited to dietary supplements. He once recommended that people with restless leg syndrome place a bar of lavender soap underneath their bed
There you
sheets,
go.
suggesting the floral smell may be relaxing. What?
Yeah.
So, like, how is that
smell of
distinguishable?
lavender, dude.
How is that distinguishable at all just from getting, like, a Glade plug-in that's lavender
Oh,
scented?
it's chemically, dude.
I have no idea.
Put it near your bed. So the lavender soap that's under your pillow isn't chemically, though?
No.
Teeth
whitening.
Organic, Paul.
He's promoted a do-it-yourself method for whitening your teeth, brushing them with a mixture of strawberries and baking soda.
Oh.
The method does not actually whiten teeth and may, in fact, weaken them, according to a study published in 2014 in the journal Operative Dentistry. When the strawberry baking soda mixture was applied to extracted human molars for 10 days, it produced no discernible whitening, the researchers found. The homemade mixture lacked the chemicals hydrogen peroxide and carbamide peroxide, which are essential ingredients in tooth whitening products, according to the American Dental Association. In addition, strawberries contain a high concentration of citric acid and trace amounts of malic acid, which can degrade teeth.
So they literally put this on these teeth for 10 days, and it's like, didn't do anything.
Sweet.
And people are not putting it on. Dude, let's be honest. People are not brushing their teeth for fucking 10 days and leaving this shit on. So it's ineffective.
Dude, I think my mom did that lavender soap thing.
Really?
I think I remember her telling me that she
Because it says here at the end of that there have been anecdotal accounts of using soap to cure nightly leg cramps, but no scientific research. So it's like basically an old wives' tale.
I could have sworn that my mom mentioned that to me at some point.
Put
I don't
the
know if she got
soap
it from
under your
Oz.
pillow.
She put soap in the bed sheets. I don't know. She watches this shit. Like, my mom would be a good guest for this because she watches this daytime TV shit.
Yeah.
I
wish we could have her input. Tell us.
So we'd hear what she thinks about Dr.
Oh,
Oz.
you're all
I
wrong.
think
likes
he's
him.
wonderful.
He's wonderful.
Wonderful.
He's a great man. Very smart.
So how about we pull up the article about the 16 weight loss miracles, DJ?
All right.
I'm not going to read the whole
16
thing.
weight
but
loss miracles.
16 of them.
So why is there still an obesity epidemic? Because not enough people are watching Dr. Oz, obviously. And everyone in Dr. Oz's audience, svelte.
Oh, yeah, dude. No fatties in his audience.
This article
at
just
all.
lists all the miracle cures that Dr. Oz has found to lose weight.
Let's see.
He's actually found 16 of them.
Cool. All right. So I guess it's in the body of the article here.
Yeah.
Miracles, revolutionary breakthroughs, silver bullets. In the real world of weight loss, they manifest rarely, if ever. But what if I said that you could regularly discover simple ways to change your life, all from the cushioned confines of your sofa? Mid-afternoon, your living room, a magical time and place. With a mere flip of the television channel, you can enter a fantastical realm where magic is a common occurrence. Welcome to the Dr. Oz Show. You may think magic is make-believe,
Oh, yeah,
but we read this quote.
Yep.
It's green coffee extract. Next one. I've got the number one miracle in a bottle to burn your fat. It's raspberry ketone. Okay.
You don't have to read this whole article, but
Garcinia cambogia.
it just goes on and on. It's like every fucking.
So this is just him touting
every 6 months or whatever. Yeah, because he knows they need a novel product that's good. Look, in the weight loss industry, that's why I think they're always changing diets and changing supplements. It's because people have to believe that's when it's going to help them lose weight. It has to be some new thing. It's like, okay, well, I didn't lose weight before, but now that I'm going to do it, now that I'm going to use this extract, now I'm going to lose weight. Even though most times there's no scientific evidence to suggest that's going to help you lose weight.
Yeah.
It's all just bunk. People are basically buying bunk products peddled by people like Dr. Oz and people in bed with Dr. Oz.
So scientists Are we ready for this?
Yeah, we're ready for this now.
Scientists tallied up all the evidence on Dr. Oz's show. Half of it was baseless or wrong. I got to admit, at this point, I'm not surprised about the half that was baseless or wrong. I'm surprised about the half that was fucking apparently accurate.
Well, you got to throw some like just generic good advice out there to maintain a veneer of respectability.
Don't drink and drive. Alcohol's bad for you.
You definitely want to temper this with exercise. He's going to throw that type of shit out there to maintain
the vestige of credibility that keeps him afloat.
But really, what the show's about is now let's get to the raspberry ketones and talk about how you can just add a drop of this to your Pepsi and lose weight. Sitting on your couch watching me.
All right, so let's see. For years, I've been looking at some of the dubious and harmful health claims TV doctors make on their shows. In carefully examining Dr. Oz, unpicking the evidence behind the products he peddles, I came to the conclusion that, on balance, the bulk of what he has to say is misleading at best and total nonsense at worst. Now science has confirmed my suspicions. Researchers writing in the British Medical Journal last December examined the health claims showcased on 40 randomly selected episodes of the two most popular internationally syndicated health talk shows, The Dr. Oz Show and The Doctors, which is one of Dr. Phil's enterprises, as you'll remember.
Yep.
Part of the same Hydra, basically.
They identified 479 recommendations from the Dr. Oz Show and 445 recommendations from the doctors, finding that on average each episode contained about a dozen bits of health wisdom. By randomly selecting the episodes instead of cherry-picking the worst offenders, their findings gave us a true picture of the quality of the health claims that are being made. And what they found was disappointing, but not exactly surprising. About half of the health recommendations had either no evidence behind them or they are actually contradicted what the best available science tells us.
Wow.
So just flat out wrong.
So let's take a look at these pie charts if we can get them to come up here. So one of these is Dr. Oz, one of these is the doctors, I guess.
Correct.
Doesn't really tell you
I
which
think Dr. Oz
which.
is on the left and the doctors is
so
on the
I guess
right.
it's probably in the order they're saying here. So
Yeah.
this is Dr. Oz over here. Supported by evidence, 46% of his claims. Not found in the literature, 39%. Contrary to the best practices, 15%.
Oh.
So majority of things he says are baseless or
Total
no
nonsense.
Yeah,
The
no
doctors
evidence.
does a little better. 62% supported by evidence. 23.8% not found in the literature, and 13.9% contrary to best practices.
About the same slice of the pie. Total contrary evidence. Or total contrary.
Dude, Dr.
advice.
Oz is, even worse than the doctors. I mean, that's kind of stunning. I mean, based on
at least
the
theirs
claims.
is kind of like
A majority of the shit they say is true.
Yeah, at least they can say
There's
we have a.
there's a degree of credibility to it.
Although if you're going to call yourself the doctors, shouldn't that be like 99%?
Yeah, like if it's a bunch of doctors that are apparently good enough to be on television saying it, shouldn't it be like almost everything they say is 100% accurate, and when it's not, there's a retraction,
And a correction.
as soon as possible? But no.
Well, let's be honest. How many asses are going to be in seats for the scientifically accurate show? About as many as there are now.
Not too many.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you got a show that touts itself as having a bunch of medical experts on, and we're over here quibbling about how much bullshit we should accept out of them. Like, fuck that. 0.
0%.
No bullshit. If it's not fucking backed by medical science, you don't talk about it. You don't recommend it.
At least you don't do
Okay,
it
Paul,
under the guise of being a doctor.
And Paul's fantasy world, maybe that's true. In America, it's the exact opposite.
There's
These people,
no-
Paul,
Well, it shouldn't be.
isn't it obvious these people don't want the truth or
So
don't
is
care?
does that conclude this section, Scotty? Or
That'd be
is
like
there
a
more
lawyer having a show
exploitation?
and being like, listen, new studies out today, talking to the cops, great idea. I know the conventional wisdom, guys, is that you should never talk to the cops and always call your lawyer first. But actually, sitting down and having a conversation about what you did and didn't do turns out to be a great idea. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the worst kind of advice ever, and people just go, okay.
yeah, makes sense.
You know what I mean? That's tolerable. Why? But because this is medical advice, it's any different?
Should I
the
murder my
source.
spouse for the
Fat
insurance
fuck.
money?
It's the source,
Maybe.
Paul.
Telling some woman that's got cancer to not get
It's a
chemo
bunch-
and instead go to singing bowl treatment therapies, that's not a problem?
It's a bunch of fucking
it's a
average
problem.
Americans, dude. They're sitting at home, and there's a guy that's like, look, I'm this fucking super legit fucking medical doctor. I was on Oprah. I'm a fucking surgeon. blah, 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 all these credentials. I went to Harvard, and I'm giving you this advice. And they're like...
It's just sad that being on Oprah is a credential in some people's minds.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, to that audience, that's just so appealing. It's like, and they honestly buy into all this shit. Like, you know what? Yeah, you can do this to lose weight. Because all his concerns are it basically mirrors the concerns of his audience. Like, they just look at that demographic and go, what do these people buy and what do they want to be sold?
Yep.
So
that'd be like
it's actually not all the
like a
exploitation.
doctor
There more
of
to the exploitation
Yeah, there
section?
is.
Oh, okay.
like a doctor of economics having a show like this and going like, the best thing you can do for your financial future is to take every bit of money that you have to a casino and bet it on one roll of the roulette wheel.
Oh no, dude! Unless the doctor, no, you know what's actually an even better example. It's like, oh, by the way, I have this company I work with. You know, like
right.
By the way, if you go to GNC, which all my products are available in, you can go and spend every dollar you have investing in this for your health, and buying our stock and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what the incentive would be at that point.
Right.
I mean, because obviously Dr. Oz, he claims, and you'll see, he'll make the claim he has no financial ties to these companies, but that's bogus. Let's
you
be
know,
honest.
well, we know that's bogus for sure. We see.
So
how these
actually,
other
there's
fucking
the
assholes
Senate
operate.
hearing that Dr. Oz was
The
grilled.
Senate hearing. All right, let's take a look.
The growing concern over those false and deceptive ads for weight loss products hit fever pitch on Capitol Hill today, and caught in the middle of it all, a celebrity TV host named Dr. Oz. You know
wonder
him well.
why.
Take a listen to part of the exchange between him and one Senator Claire McCaskill.
Dr. Oz, I will have some tough questions for you today about your role, intentional or not, in perpetuating these scams. When you feature a
Scammer, such a one,
product on your show, it creates what has become known as the Oz effect, dramatically boosting sales and driving scam artists to pop up overnight, using false and deceptive ads to sell questionable products. While I understand that your message is also focused on basics like healthy eating and exercise, I'm concerned that you are melding medical advice, news, and entertainment in a way that harms consumers.
I encourage a nation searching for answers to their health woes.
You know what sucks, too, is like every fucking person on Dr. Oz's side who watched that is just like, this fucking bitch.
What a bitch. He helped me a lot. Like, I stopped doing the diet or whatever and got fat again, but that wasn't his fault. The raspberry ketone diet was the thinnest I ever was.
The green coffee extract works too.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
address weight loss
And I've
because
had soap under my pillow since I was a little girl, so I don't know what this bitch is talking about.
As
My
you all
legs feel
mentioned,
just fine.
it affects about 2/3 of the population. If the only message I gave was to eat less and move more, which is the most important thing people need to do, we wouldn't be very effectively tackling this complex challenge because viewers know these tips and they still struggle.
How come they're both allowed to script their responses?
They shouldn't be.
Like
but-
she read a scripted question, he's reading a scripted answer. Like,
well, I don't care if the question is scripted.
I mean, sure, whatever. But like, why does he just have an answer ready that he's reading?
Because he got these questions ahead of time.
Sure,
Of course he knows
That's what I'm
ahead of
saying.
time.
Like, shouldn't this motherfucker be put on the spot and have to answer off the cuff?
Nah.
So we search for tools and crutches for short-term support so people can jumpstart their programs. We use the alternative solutions often commonly used in countries, other parts of the world, like in the Ayurvedic tradition in subcontinent of India, or traditional Chinese
So
medicine.
The traditional Chinese medicine, none
feature
of which has
cleanses
any
and new
medical
diet
merit.
programs by
If
promising
it did, it would already be folded into
Dude.
common medical wisdom.
So you basically see his response. It's like, look,
It's just bullshit. It's like
People are already struggling. They know they should be exercising, but they're not doing
look,
it. So
I'm
that's
trying to
why
package
I
it in a
tell them
way that's
singing
interesting.
bowls works.
Yeah, we're making it interesting for people. It's like, yeah, it's entertaining, but you know, it's accurate. But we've just look. You've been this guy's claims have been evaluated by scientists and medical doctors, and been found that over 50% of the time he's not telling the truth. Like they said, they sampled 40 episodes, and over half the claims he made were baseless or false or actually contradictory to the best advice available.
Like, this answer is such bullshit because, like, there are already alternatives to just eating and exercising to help you lose weight. Like, there's psychiatric therapy can help some people deal with some of the underlying issues behind. You know, there's already these alternatives to the two things. Like, his idea that there's this dichotomy and that's all they expect him to talk about, that's ridiculous. There are all kinds of little extra things that medicine says that you can do to help with your weight loss.
Also,
it just doesn't. It doesn't include a jar of fucking weird devil's toenail pickles or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like it just they're actual stretches and yoga practices and
it
shit.
doesn't
that have been
answer
shown
to the
be
false
beneficial.
claims he's made, though. It does like no matter what he says here, he never answers the question and say like okay, and I think it's really the most important one is like you basically have lied to your viewers repeatedly.
See, why didn't they hold his face? That question was such a softball. Like, she's like, I have some very heated questions from you. Now, here's a softball, and let me accept this fucking bullshit, totally evasive answer
many
from
of these
you.
are controversial, as are the supplements that we
Did she
research and
respond
profile.
back?
I would rather have a conversation of this material on my stage than in back alleys.
I don't get why you need to say this stuff because you know it's not true. So why, when you have this amazing megaphone and this amazing ability to communicate, why would you cheapen your show?
For money.
I actually do personally believe in the items that I talk about in the show. I passionately study them. I recognize that oftentimes they don't have the scientific muster to present as fact, but nevertheless, I would give my audience.
That's why I clearly label them magic.
Right. That's why I use terms like miracle.
They don't meet the muster of fact, but you believe in them.
Yeah, they don't meet the muster.
I've researched them, and they don't meet the muster of fact, but they're good.
Yeah,
I believe them.
Eat a devil's toenail pickle. I bet your back feels better.
I use that at home.
Yeah, I eat 3 or 4 devil's toenail pickles every day, and not a spot of back pain. So you tell me. I mean, is that scientific? Is that evidence? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
According to the Pickle Manufacturers of America, it is.
All I'm saying is that people are struggling with this weight loss thing. And look, if I can help somebody with a devil's toenail pickle, even though if it doesn't help them actually, then what's the problem with that, Senator?
Oh my
That's pretty much what he
dude.
said.
All right, rock on. What else?
Then we have, following that is the doctor's call for firing of Dr. Mehmet Oz.
Let's take a look.
Tonight's something you don't hear very often.
Anderson, dude.
He looks real concerned tonight too. Look at that furrowed brow. There's no comedy or levity coming at us tonight.
Doctors calling for one of their own to be fired from his prestigious.
Oh, I like this ad down
High
here.
profits, dude.
High profits.
Oh.
Cannabis meets capitalism. Ooh, yeah.
Prestigious faculty position at an Ivy League medical.
Oh, they got like joints rolled like dollar bills too. That's cool.
School. The fellow physician they're targeting is Dr. Mehmet Oz, popular television host and vice chair of the Department of Surgery at Columbia University's Medical School. And Dr. Oz has been criticized in the past over claims he's made and products he's promoted on his show, but this time, members of his own profession are leading the charge. Here's senior medical correspondent Elizabeth Cohen.
There's nothing ambiguous in the letter 10 doctors wrote about Dr. Mehmet Oz to the dean of Columbia University's medical school. We are surprised and dismayed that Columbia University's College of Physicians and Surgeons would permit Dr. Mehmet Oz to occupy a faculty appointment. He has repeatedly shown disdain for science and for evidence-based medicine. He has manifested an egregious lack of integrity by promoting quack treatments and cures in the interest of personal financial gain.
What?
That is slanderous.
Yeah,
Can you believe they would say that?
10
about
physicians with
this
integrity
man?
tell the truth about Dr. Oz, basically.
Wait a minute. Remember when he was watching his father cure people as a kid, and he knew he just wanted to give people
At age
hope?
7, dude.
And now they're going to say he's all about the
Give
money.
people hope.
So what if he fucking throws a quack cure out there every now and again? Who hasn't tried a quack cure? You know,
Quack-a-lack.
I tried some chiropractic. I knew it was quack bullshit. I still tried it.
Did it work?
No. I gave it a chance, though. Who hasn't done some quack bullshit every now and again? Who
There you
hasn't
go.
been like, you know, wasabi cures cancer, whatever.
I mean, once I know something that's quacky, I usually try and not waste my time
man,
with it.
you got to try it sometimes.
No, not really.
Like, what if your dick was rotting off of your body? And someone's like, eat some pickled pig's feet,
All
it'll
right,
cure it
I
right
might.
up. You try it.
If my dick's ever
You'd
rotting off my
fucking
body, I might
it.
try it.
Even if you thought there was a glimmer of a chance, Paul, you'd
Then
try
I'd-
it. So
yeah,
you know what? And then
maybe.
your dick would fall off, but because it's quack bullshit.
Probably
But
fall
still.
off quicker because it'd get infected from that nasty ass pickled
Dude,
pig's
you know
foot.
what? You know what'll happen though? The fucking salt, the brine is really salty, dude. So it'll get on that infection. Maybe it'll fucking stop the infection, dude.
Or maybe it'll just turn my fucking dick into a useless pickled pig's foot
there you
hanging
go.
down there.
Well, whatever, you
never know.
Results may vary.
Order now.
Wow. So the medical establishment doesn't like his ass. Is there more to this?
Yeah,
Let's
there's more to
listen
this.
Dr. Joel Tepper signed the letter.
He has touted many drugs as miracle drugs for weight loss.
It doesn't even have to be drugs. Sometimes it's just like, here's some raspberry ketones or some fucking green coffee.
Which causes people to spend huge amounts of money for treatments that have no benefit whatsoever.
He said at most universities, if someone
According to you, medical establishment shill.
did this,
That is grounds for dismissal.
Columbia University responded, telling CNN they won't stop faculty members from speaking their minds. In a statement today, Oz said, "We provide multiple points of view, including mine, which is offered without conflict of interest. That still doesn't sit well with certain agendas which distort the facts."
Yeah, they're distorting the
Wow,
facts.
dude, if I've ever heard a statement written by a lawyer, that's one of them.
Oh, dude. So now you should move on to Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz defends himself? Yeah. So we've heard the criticisms against Dr. Oz. What does he have to say in his defense?
So I vow to you right here and right now, we will not be silent.
Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, but you know how I said earlier that the snake oil salesman, this guy right here, like he's so trustworthy looking.
Yeah.
Like, just compare that to this fuck.
Yeah, he looks.
Oh, no.
I mean, this guy, I want to buy that snake oil. This motherfucker, I don't care what he's selling. I don't want it.
Bullshit, dude. Not interested.
It looks like Iago played a prank on Jafar and shaved his wizard
It does.
off at night.
Like, have you ever seen a more fucking obvious snake in the grass, son of a bitch in all your
Trust
fucking
me.
days?
Oh, man.
We will not be silenced.
Okay. How does anyone take... Okay, whatever.
We will not give in.
A strong response from Dr. Mohammed Oz after 10 physicians said that he...
Was it a strong response? Let me
We
hear
will
it
not be
again.
silenced. We will not give in.
All right, I'm going to listen to the whole thing this time without interrupting it.
So I vow to you right here and right now, we will not be silenced. We will not give in.
A strong response from Dr. Mohammed Oz after 10
That response sucked.
It's tepid and weak.
Boo.
That response wasn't strong at
I
all.
will not give in to the people that want us to be factually accurate.
Listen, old fat ladies, you love me slinging bullshit, and I'm going to keep slinging bullshit straight from the hip every day for you, okay? I'm going to keep filling your lives with false hope, okay? I will not stop, ever.
I will not bow down to these people that want facts.
physicians said that he shouldn't be allowed to continue to teach at Columbia University. He joins us live to talk about his choices and his critics. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Dr. Oz.
By the way, this interview is a total joke.
Let me guess. Softball bullshit.
Yes.
Well, he's a conservative, and
Not-
look who's doing the interview.
not at all
good
fucking
old
challenged.
Fox. Good old Fox affiliate.
But let's listen to some of it anyway.
Well, let's look at the other doctor's
Well,
complaint.
let's.
This is
Let's look at the stupid
Dr.
other doctors
Oz,
that
isn't it fact true that the people
complain
speaking against you are a
pretty
bunch
serious.
of
They
stuffy
accuse you of,
cocksuckers?
Quote, an egregious lack of integrity, promoting quack treatments and cures in the interest of personal financial gain.
Which is all true.
And they go on to say that Dr. Oz is guilty of either outrageous conflicts of interest or flawed judgments about what constitutes appropriate medical treatments or both.
I would say both.
Both.
Yeah.
So let's get right to the point.
I would say more so the first one, though.
Right at the top, first of all, about the conflicts of interest here. Have you at any point,
This is
any
when it
of
gets
you
really
or
good.
anyone on your television team, have you ever been
I love how you can hear other people chattering.
Mama's
around.
or any sort of compensation to promote or push a product on TV?
No.
Wow.
No.
What a stunning brazen liar. No.
Have you ever been paid money
Dr.
by
Oz,
promoting these products? No. Hell no.
Mr. Alphonse Capone, have you ever participated in the illegal transfer of alcoholic beverages? No. Mr. Trump, have you ever told a lie since you took office? No.
Never.
Never.
Oh my God.
I'm innocent.
All right. Wow. Good stuff. Good stuff.
We're a television show just like you are, and you have to have commercial sponsors on network television. They're all disclosed. Those are the commercials you see during the show.
Mr. Hitler, did you preside over the
anything off
roasting
the
of
show.
6
Never
million
see the
Jews? 9.
I did nothing wrong.
penny in return for it. And if I could just explain, I
All right,
think
whoa. So here's the timeout. Okay, so you have sponsors on television. So he basically just played his hand. So these companies that the products he promotes on the show, they basically say we're only going to buy slots if you promote our product.
Well, he's saying that only the commercials and the commercial breaks are advertising, and that the show has no paid product endorsements whatsoever.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. That the shows are brought to you by, so they are paid sponsors. That's bullshit. He's lying out of his through his fucking teeth. He's a lying sack of shit. He's completely complicit with these other companies. He's definitely getting kickbacks or having part ownership of these organizations. He can make or break them. Of course he's going to profit from that. You think Dr. Oz is like, shucks, I don't know that I have all this power and that people listen to me and buy shit I recommend, but I don't profit from that.
Mr. Putin, are you engaged in election rigging? Yet.
the misconception that's out there, in this case, by the way, I think there was a conflict of interest on the part of the authors, which I'll get to. But I think a lot of folks get those spammed
Oh, yeah,
notices in their
conflict of
inbox
interest on the
that
part
looks
of
like
the
I'm trying to sell
authors.
them weight loss products.
You
Those
did.
are not
You
from
peddled
me.
them
I
several
don't sell those
fucking
products.
times.
I do
I mean,
on
they're-
every
I mean,
You
look-
made 16 different claims about miracle weight loss cures, but you're not fucking peddling weight loss claims and products.
I mean, look, Scotty.
You're stunningly full of shit. You're just lying through your fucking teeth on television right now. You're a fucking lying snake oil salesman. Fuck you. That's bullshit. You just lied.
You know what? There is a conflict of interest, though. Because those guys that are criticizing him, they have an interest in presenting accurate medical advice.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And he doesn't want to do that. There's clearly a conflict
Oh, I guess
of interest.
you're right.
true.
I
You
guess
got a
you're right on
point.
that
There
front.
is definitely a conflict
I mean,
of
what did you
interest
expect
there.
was going to happen, though, Scotty? He started this interview with a brazen, bold-faced lie. A one-word, brazen, bold-faced lie.
No.
No.
Not me.
Nope.
I did not
Zilch,
have sex
nada,
with that
not a
woman,
cent.
Miss Lewinsky.
I don't make a 1 penny. Not 1 penny
Depends
for
on
me.
what your definition of shill is.
All right, let's see
taking a
more.
break on the show not to get suckered by those folks. I wish I'd never mentioned weight loss products because it hijacked the message of the show. And it's
Oh,
fooled
you-
so many people.
you
but
wish
I
that,
do
really?
not have a conflict of interest.
I'm
I
sure
think
you
that's
bought
been
your
well
latest
demonstrated.
yacht.
Who
You really-
had a hand in that?
No one. Just came out of nowhere, the ether.
Yeah, the fact that you were paid millions of dollars by
Hey,
the
these
fucking
weight loss shows do
industry.
really good. Do more of those. Find more valerian root for these fat bitches to rub on their fupas.
I'm
Make
sure.
it go away.
You know what, Paul? I'm sure when he's on his fucking yacht in some fucking, Caribbean locale or where the fuck he goes, or Fuji or fucking Fiji or where the fuck he goes, I'm sure he's real sad that those weight loss companies gave him all that money.
Oh, yeah.
Try the Fupa Begon route. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck that.
Dude, all you have to do, dude, we could literally go start a company tomorrow. I bet you the three of us, we could just go find some extract from Africa or India or someplace and throw a website together and be like, secret miracle weight loss.
Well, we'd have
The
to be
one thing
doctors first to really make
the one
the
thing
scam
that, No,
work.
we don't. So we just go on the internet and fucking tell people this is what the medical establishment doesn't want you to know.
Right.
We need like some kind of like, we need to put some
What
kind of
crazy way to
root
lose weight.
in like a tea or something and be like weight loss herbal tea.
Oh, yeah, because nobody's ever done that.
Drink it every morning.
No, dude, we make a pill. Because it's
No, we need a
super
suppository.
concentrated tea.
We gotta stand
there
out.
hasn't been a suppository in a while.
Yeah, it's got to be a
For
suppository.
you to really lose weight, you got to stick it in your
You
ass.
got to take a little piece of this root, cut it up, and put it up your butthole.
Well, we'll cut them. We'll have pre-cut sections of the root. Just
Sure.
That's fair
lovingly
enough.
and gently push it up your rectum.
Yep. The more you stuff up there,
Watch the
more
pounds
weight
melt
you'll-
away.
The more you lose weight.
With Paul's suppositories.
Yeah. Palazzatories.
Palazzatories, dude.
Palazzatories. That's beautiful.
Oh, shit. What the fuck?
So
Be
man?
a weight loss nasal spray too.
So I felt...
Shit your ass.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Suck it up your nose.
It's called cocaine.
Yeah. There you go.
I feel like we should end exploitation with a thing about Dr. Oz's net worth.
Oh, okay.
right.
Let's see.
I can
Let's
pull
see.
that up.
Let's see how sad he is about. Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is his net worth here.
So he makes about $8 million a year, worth about $30 million total.
Cool. Good stuff.
Remember, he doesn't profit off of his show, though.
No.
Not at all.
I mean, besides his salary, of course.
Sure.
Yeah, he's not getting kickbacks from all these pharmaceutical companies. There's no way that's happening. There's no way that's happening off the books.
No, and
every
these
time he
products
recommends
aren't
a supplement.
The
it's just
owners
'cause
of
he
these
loves them.
products that he's shilling on his show aren't approaching his show and getting him to talk about them. No, he's doing in-depth research on valerian pickles and how they'll help you to lose cellulite from your inner thighs.
It's basically like it's basically an infomercial that's disguised. Basically, it's what it is. It's disguised as programming. That's all it really is. It's just he's shilling you shit. There's the auspices that you're watching a television show, you're watching a program, and they're covering salacious topics. That's all it is.
Thinking about getting LASIK? Well, you might want to think again after today's show, as I'll show you how squeezing a lemon into your eyes might just cure your stigmatism.
Paul,
my
certain
mouth is already
exercises
watering.
can correct
Oh,
that
psychic?
vision.
Yeah, I'm a psychic too.
Hey, guess what, Scotty?
What's that?
It's time to score this fuck.
I want to give him like at least 40 for exploitation.
I was thinking 30.
Well, 30, I mean, come on, dude. All right, 30 is fine, I guess.
What do you think, Scotty?
Let's split the difference. 35.
You want to go 35? We can go 35.
Yeah, 35. Like this, he's just a
Oops,
total
I wrote
fucking
45. Maybe the compute. Maybe it was a Freudian thing.
Yeah,
it's like
you
I know
realize
he really
you're
deserves
trying
more.
to skim a few points.
I told you guys, man. Like before
Fuck it,
this
it was
episode
pretty.
even-
It was pretty fucking bad. I'll give him 40. Whatever.
I think he
Whatever.
deserves it. No.
I mean, that's what I was telling you guys. I'm like, look, Dr. Phil and Dr. Drew are pretty fucked up.
So, is there a greatest achievement or?
There is. It's the Dr. Oz show, dude.
The Dr. Oz show itself.
Look, it's been a top daytime television show, and its time slot. It's won multiple Emmy awards.
I think I have a list of his awards here.
Yeah, daytime. I mean, it's actually nominated again in 2018.
Yeah, he's nominated as host. Won a shit ton of daytime Emmys in 2017.
Wow. Check him out.
I mean, it's an award-winning show viewed by millions of people. Now,
The
CBS,
daytime Emmys loves Dr. Oz, dude. Every
Well,
year.
I used to not care about the Emmys and think that they were just a bunch of fucking self-stroking TV industry bullshit, but this has really changed my mind. They've lauded the Dr. Oz show, the biggest fucking venomous viper snake oil salesman that ever fucking graced the planet Earth.
and it won last year, dude.
And they've just lauded him with all kinds of fucking shit.
So the fact that his greatest achievement is basically a forum which to sell snake oil, I don't know, 10, 15.
Give him another 20, dude.
20? What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, 20 sounds good.
So let's add it up. It should be easy because they're all big round numbers there. So,
So early life 0, 10,
0,
20,
10,
so 30,
so 30,
70,
70,
90.
Wow.
90.
He blew everybody out of the water.
I mean, doubled up on Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Who won? I believe won last episode.
Yeah, twice Dr. Phil's number, basically. Maybe a little. I think Dr. Phil. Yeah, I mean he about doubled it for sure. So, I mean, this guy is twice he's bigger piece of shit than Dr. Phil and Dr. Drew combined in terms of being a snake oil peddling huckster.
I mean, he
piece
is,
of
dude.
shit.
I mean, you saw
easily.
the totality and the overwhelming evidence that he's just using this for personal gain, and he just denies it. He goes before the Senate fucking committee and goes, "Nope, not me."
Nope.
He goes on TV and goes, "Never taken a cent."
Listen, people are tired of hearing actual good advice, so we got to fill the time with some fucking bullshit.
So patrons
Doesn't
out there in the
pastor
chat, you know what? I wanted to do something
muster
nice
effect.
today. I wanted to do a. I noticed that there's a feature on YouTube where you can actually send your super chats to a charity. So I thought, oh, let's do a Doctors Without Borders. We're covering a bullshit doctor. Let's help some real doctors. But unfortunately, they won't let us do it for an unlisted event. So
That sucks.
So we weren't able to do that.
Too bad.
But I did want to at least involve the chat. Let me ask you guys if you agree with the score or not. You know, he sits at 90. Do you guys think that that's appropriate?
I
Where
think
would
it was
you
fair.
put him?
I'm pretty sure it's a fair assessment of his shittiness.
Well, we can do it. We can do the super chat thing next episode if it's going to charity.
Sure.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
I just thought it'd be cool. I mean, I really wanted to do it this one because we're covering this fucking scam doctor piece
we'll do
of
it.
shit.
We'll do it again. Fuck it. We'll just do
But,
it.
you know, whatever. It's cool.
We'll
but I
figure
think
out
for our
something for
public
Monday.
episodes, we might want to do some of the charity shit since we don't really push for super chats for ourselves anyway.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it.
But reasonable. Most of the audience agrees that it's reasonable. Some of them want to see him over 100. Some of them want to see him at an even 100. But you know, I think 90 is pretty fair because I feel like he is about twice as bad as Dr. Phil.
You know what? Give him 2 more. How about we just double him up on Dr. Phil?
You want him to just be twice a Dr. Phil?
He's a double Dr.
there you
Phil.
go.
That'd be what, 92? You
92,
said?
man.
All right.
He got like 46, didn't he? Something
Yeah,
like that.
46 was Dr. Phil's score.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
That
there you
rounds
go.
up.
We put him at 92. He's now twice as bad as Dr. Phil, which is pretty appropriate to cover for this episode.
I mean, he really is our America's modern day snake oil salesman. He really is. He typifies it. He just is.
There is literally no difference between him and the snake oil salesman of yore, except for he's doing it on a mass
He gets to
media
do it
market level.
Yeah, he gets to do it on a massive consumer
His wagon
scale.
is a fucking cable TV show.
Yeah, he
that
could just
beams into every household in America.
Also has over 300,000 YouTube subscribers, so branches out on social media as well. So he's a huckster on social media.
That's great. Awesome. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you on Monday with a new episode of Deep Fat Fried. And also, for you $10 patrons, there's something coming your way this weekend. It might already even be released. I'm not sure. But it's coming soon, or it might already be out. It's our trip to the crab buffet in Mississippi.
Delicious.
And we did some gambling. We did some eating. And we filmed it all, and it's going to be released for your consumption.
About an
so
hour
thank you
of
for watching that.
Premium content.
And we got a bunch of more new content coming your way for the $10 people, behind-the-scenes stuff, like we promised. We deliver on our promises. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.